Sign 1. Your wealth is your only friend. Imagine this. Your investment account keeps growing, your net worth looks impressive on paper, and you feel a sense of pride when you check your balance. But then you notice something else. Your weekends are suddenly quieter. Invitations from friends slow down. Group chats go silent, and eventually you realize you're no longer on the list when people make plans. It's not that your friends don't value you. It's that you've unconsciously created a pattern. You decline dinners, skip birthdays, pass on concerts, and avoid trips because you tell yourself, I don't need to spend money on that. Over time, people stop asking because the answer is always no. The cost of friendship isn't just the ticket price to the movie or the share of the dinner bill. It's the effort, the reciprocity, and the willingness to join in. When you consistently avoid spending, the message you send is, I don't want to participate. And here's the irony. Research shows that spending money on others makes people happier than spending on themselves. Buying a coffee for a friend, surprising someone with a small gift, or picking up the tab occasionally isn't about the money. It's about connection. A study by Elizabeth Dunn found that pro-social spending, using money to benefit others, leads to higher happiness than personal consumption. In other words, generosity creates joy. Ask yourself, what's the point of having a perfectly funded retirement account if, by the time you get there, you're sitting alone at the table? Loneliness isn't just unpleasant, it's harmful. Studies link social isolation to higher mortality rates, comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. What you can do: create a social fund. Set aside $150 to $200 every month specifically for social life. That way, saying yes doesn't feel like sabotage. It feels like following the plan. Be intentionally generous. Offer to cover an appetizer, buy the next round, or host dinner at your place. People remember generosity far more than frugality. Schedule social time like appointments. If you plan your investments, you should also plan your relationships. Book regular get-togethers in your calendar. Reflection. When was the last time you said yes to something purely for the joy of being with others, not because it was the cheapest option? Sign 2. You buy cheap instead of quality. Picture this: you're excited to finally replace your old sneakers. You buy a pair on sale for $30, thinking you scored a great deal. 3 months later, the sole peels off, your feet hurt, and you're back at the store. You repeat this cycle every few months. After 2 years, you've spent more than $120 and endured blisters, frustration, and landfill waste. Now imagine you had bought a $120 pair of well-made shoes once. With care, they'd still be going strong 2 years later. Every time you put them on, you'd feel the difference: comfort, durability, pride. This is the hidden cost of cheap. It's not just the money you spend, it's the mental load of replacing, the inconvenience of repairs, and the dissatisfaction of using something that doesn't really work. Think beyond shoes. A flimsy desk chair that causes back pain, a mattress that keeps you tossing and turning, a bargain phone that freezes every time you open an app. These savings steal quality of life every day. And there's another angle: sustainability. Constantly buying and tossing cheap items costs the planet as much as it costs your wallet. Quality goods often last years longer and can be repaired, reused, or even resold. What you can do: plan for quality. Big purchases like a laptop, mattress, or bike shouldn't be impulse decisions. Create a sinking fund and save for them in advance. Think cost per use. A $1,000 mattress over 10 years is 27 cents per night. A $200 chair used daily for 5 years costs about 10 cents per hour of comfort. Learn basic maintenance. Caring for quality items, polishing shoes, oiling a bike chain, cleaning electronics, extends their lifespan even further. Reflection. When you look around your home, do you see items that spark joy and last, or a pile of good deals that already feel disposable? Sign 3. You're saving at the expense of your health. This one is dangerous because, unlike shoes or gadgets, health can't simply be replaced. Maybe you've skipped a professional dental cleaning because it costs $100 out of pocket, or you've ignored recurring headaches instead of getting your eyes checked for new glasses, or you've put up with constant back pain because an ergonomic chair seems too pricey. On the surface, you've saved money, but in reality, you've accumulated risk. That dental issue could turn into a $1,500 root canal. That untreated back pain could develop into a chronic condition, forcing you to miss work. That ignored eyesight problem could affect your driving safety. Your health is the foundation of your wealth. Without it, all the savings in the world can't buy back your energy, mobility, or peace of mind. Remember, preventive care is an investment, not a luxury. Annual checkups, screenings, fitness memberships, ergonomic tools, these are deposits into your future well-being. What you can do: create a health budget. $500 to $1,000 annually for cleanings, checkups, supplements, or preventive care. Book preventive appointments early. Schedule them at the start of each year so they don't get lost in the busyness of life. Shop your insurance. Some providers reimburse for dental cleanings, wellness classes, or vaccinations. Take advantage of that. Invest in small daily upgrades. A standing desk, supportive shoes, or quality cookware may seem minor, but they all compound into long-term health benefits. Reflection. If you treated your body with the same care and planning as your investment portfolio, how much healthier would you feel in 10 years? Sign 4. You skip essential insurance. Insurance is rarely exciting. Nobody brags about their liability coverage at dinner parties. But skipping essential insurance is one of the clearest signs you may be saving in the wrong places. Take liability insurance. Imagine you're at a gallery opening and you accidentally bump into a sculpture worth $15,000. Or maybe a guest trips over a cable in your living room and breaks their arm. Without coverage, you could be held personally responsible for every cent, or consider disability insurance. It's not just about catastrophic accidents. Burnout, depression, back problems, or vision loss can all prevent you from working for months, or permanently. Statistics show that roughly 1 in 4 workers experiences some form of work-disabling condition before retirement. Now picture this: your monthly income suddenly vanishes. Rent, food, bills, they don't stop, even if you've saved diligently. Watching your hard-earned nest egg drain just to cover basic expenses is terrifying. That's the real purpose of insurance: protecting against the rare but devastating risks that can derail everything. Saving $80 a month by skipping coverage is meaningless if one accident wipes out $80,000 or $800,000. What you can do? Cover the essentials. Health, liability, and disability insurance aren't optional luxuries. They're non-negotiables. Buy early. Disability coverage is far cheaper when you're young and healthy. Waiting only raises premiums or risks rejection. Think in terms of protection, not profit. Insurance won't make you money, but it can stop you from losing everything. Reflection. If tomorrow you couldn't work for 6 months, would your current plan protect your lifestyle or collapse it? Sign 5. You don't invest in yourself. Imagine a company that never reinvests in equipment, research, or staff development. At first, it looks profitable. Costs are low, margins are high. But soon it falls behind competitors, loses relevance, and stagnates. That's exactly what happens when you refuse to invest in yourself. Many savers cut out hobbies, courses, and personal growth, telling themselves that money is better off in the market. But here's the reality. The single best performing asset you'll ever own is yourself. Think about it. A $500 programming course could land you a promotion worth $10,000 more per year. A $1,000 certification might open the door to an entirely new career path. Even a $200 photography class could spark a side business that pays you back many times over. And not all returns are financial. Learning an instrument brings joy and stress relief. Joining a fitness program adds years to your life. Exploring new hobbies introduces you to communities, friendships, even opportunities you'd never have found otherwise. What you can do: set a growth budget. Allocate 1 to 2% of your income for education, courses, or personal development every year. Build a yearly roadmap. Ask yourself, what do I want to learn this year? Which skills could elevate my career or enrich my life? Leverage employer perks. Many companies reimburse tuition, training, or workshops. Don't leave free growth on the table. Invest in passions. It's not only about careers, art, languages, cooking, public speaking. These all compound into a richer, more confident you. Reflection. If your portfolio grows 7% a year, great. But what if you could grow 20% a year by learning, evolving, and expanding your skills? Sign 6. Your passport is gathering dust. Vacations often get dismissed as indulgences. I don't need them, some say. I'd rather save. But experiences aren't indulgences. They're some of the most valuable returns money can buy. Think back to a trip you took years ago. Maybe it was a road trip with friends, a summer abroad, or even a spontaneous weekend getaway. Do you remember the exact cost? Probably not. But you remember the laughter, the scenery, the adventure. That's the memory dividend, the ongoing joy that experiences provide long after the receipts are gone. In contrast, most physical purchases fade in value. The excitement of a new phone lasts weeks, maybe months. But a sunrise on top of a mountain, a concert with your favorite band, those moments stay vivid for decades. And some experiences can't wait. You might be able to buy a luxury car at 70, but you won't be able to go skydiving, backpacking, or hiking a glacier as easily. Many adventures have a time window, and deferring them indefinitely risks missing them altogether. What you can do: open an experience account, automatically transfer money each month specifically for travel, hobbies, or events. Plan highlights, not just routines. Mark at least one major trip and a few smaller adventures on your yearly calendar. Say yes more often. If friends invite you to something exciting, resist the instinct to decline for financial reasons. Ask instead, will this create a memory I'll cherish? Balance experiences with saving. You don't need five-star hotels. Even simple trips, camping, local festivals, hiking, can create priceless memories. Reflection. Fast forward 20 years. Will you remember how much you contributed to your ETF in 2024? Or will you remember the trip you took with your best friends? Sign 7. Saving has become your side job. Saving should give you freedom, not feel like unpaid labor. Yet for many people, the pursuit of the best deal becomes a part-time job in itself. Picture this. You spend 2 hours researching flights, digging through endless tabs and discount sites, just to save $20. Or you drive across town for a cheaper gas station, burning time and fuel along the way. Or you insist on taking the 4 a.m. budget flight, saving $30 but losing a night of sleep and spending the first day of your trip in zombie mode. On paper, you've saved money. In reality, you've traded hours of life, and often quality of life, for tiny gains. The hidden costs of over-optimizing. Stress. Constant bargain hunting creates mental fatigue. Opportunity cost. Those 2 hours could have been spent exercising, reading, or earning more money in your actual career. Lower joy. Cheap often comes with inconvenience. Early flights, long detours, poor service. Here's the perspective shift. Your time has value. If you wouldn't work a side gig for $5 an hour, why spend 2 hours saving $10 on a purchase? What you can do: identify your threshold. Decide the minimum savings that justifies extra effort. Maybe it's $50, maybe $100. Below that, skip the hunt. Automate savings. Use cashback apps, loyalty programs, or subscription managers so you save passively, not actively. Value convenience. Paying for direct flights, express trains, or better service isn't wasteful. It's buying back your time. Focus on big wins. Negotiating your rent, refinancing a loan, or switching energy providers can save thousands, not nickels. Reflection. How much of your saved money is actually just the price you paid in stress, lost time, or diminished enjoyment? Sign 8. Your piggy bank is overflowing. At some point, saving becomes less about security and more about habit, or even obsession. Maybe your portfolio is already on track for retirement. Your emergency fund is well-stocked, but you still push every spare dollar into investments, denying yourself simple joys. Why? Because saving feels safe. Watching your net worth climb is addictive. It's tangible proof of discipline and control. But here's the problem. Money is a means, not an end. An overflowing piggy bank that you never touch doesn't serve you. Consider this. What if your financial independence number is $800,000 and you already have it? Continuing to save aggressively might increase your future comfort, but it simultaneously decreases your present comfort. Every dollar locked away is a dollar not used to make life better now. The psychology of never enough. Fear of scarcity. Many savers struggle to switch from accumulation to enjoyment, even when they've won the game. Control. Watching balances grow feels powerful. Spending feels risky. Identity. Being the frugal one can become part of who you are, making it hard to loosen up. What you can do: revisit your goals. Calculate your real retirement needs. If you've met them, allow yourself more freedom. Split your savings, continue contributing, but reduce slightly and reallocate the rest to fun, travel, or hobbies. Practice intentional spending. Choose experiences or purchases that align with your values, not random consumption. Experiment. Try loosening your savings rate by 5 to 10% for 6 months and see how your life feels. Reflection. If you died tomorrow, would you be proud of the memories you created or just the balance you accumulated? Sign 9. You're poor today to be rich tomorrow. This final sign ties everything together. Maybe you have a 6-figure portfolio and a 4-figure monthly savings rate, but despite your success, you feel broke every day. You avoid dinners out, delay health expenses, and agonize over every purchase. If the washing machine breaks, you dip into your emergency fund and feel guilty. That's not freedom. That's financial handcuffs, the false choice. Many savers think the choice is binary: either spend today and suffer tomorrow, or sacrifice today and thrive tomorrow. The truth is more nuanced. You can do both. Every dollar spent today reduces tomorrow's savings. Every dollar saved today reduces today's joy. The key is balance, allocating enough to secure the future while also creating a meaningful present. What you can do? Set layered goals. Don't just save for retirement. Save for next year's vacation, a home upgrade in 5 years, or even a fun event next month. Create sinking funds. Label accounts for travel, hobbies, or celebrations. Saving toward joy is still saving. It just has a nearer payoff. Check alignment. Is your money supporting your values, or is it simply piling up unused? Redefine wealth. True wealth isn't having the largest number. It's having the freedom to live on your terms today and tomorrow. Reflection. Imagine yourself at age 80. Would future you thank present you for building a solid financial foundation, but also resent you for never truly living? Conclusion. Saving is powerful. It reflects foresight, discipline, and care for your future self. But saving should never become an end in itself. Money is a tool, not a trophy. Its purpose is to serve you by giving you security, freedom, and joy. The real art lies in balance. Enjoy today. Say yes to friendships, health, and experiences. Secure tomorrow. Build your safety nets and retirement. Spend wisely. Direct your money toward things that matter most. Do this, and you'll never again fear saving past life. Instead, you'll master the true meaning of wealth, a rich, fulfilling life, both now and in the future.